Hey guys, it's Ganesh here. We are inching closer and closer to the ICC T20 World Cup Championship, and the hype is real because cricket fans across India are going to witness the ICC tournament after a gap of 2 long years. Many of the teams across the world have already announced their playing 11, and this time they have also announced reserved players because in this pandemic situation, if something bad happens to the playing 11, these reserve players can act as a backup. Some teams have not announced their playing 11 yet, but whatever teams they have announced so far, will be predicting which is the best, the strong playing 11 so far. Again, this is not in any particular order. I'm just going to be listing the four big names, in not any particular order. The first thing which comes to my mind when I think about big white ball championship from past 4 to 5 years is the team England. They have a very explosive team, especially in this championship. There are big names like Stokes and Archer missing out due to injury and other reasons. Uh, Nevertheless, they still look very strong without these big players like Stokes and Archer. They have an explosive opening pair like Jason Roy and Joss Butler who can take away games from you. Malan, who comes at 3, plays an anchor role. He can hold the game at one end, allowing the other batsmen to go explosive. The fourth and the fifth spot, respectively, is taken by Bairstow and Livingstone, who are very explosive too. The finishing role is taken by none other than the captain of the England team, Morgan. England's genuine all-rounder, Moeen Ali, would bat at 7, who is very useful with spin as well as with the bird. So basically, England's pace attack would be led by Chris Jordan, Chris Wokes, and Mark Wood. But this doesn't seem like a very strong bowling attack, especially in pitches like UAE where the IPL is happening, which is a spinner-friendly wicket. And if the bowlers don't have enough variations with the bowling, they're gonna get very badly hit by the batsmen. Especially we have seen Chris Jordan getting hit by Indian players in IPL. So not just with the only with the pace, they also have Adil Rashid, who's a promising spinner and a go-to bowler for Morgan. Next team comes is Australia. Many people would be surprised by Australia if 10 years back, if you have excluded Australia from the list of top teams, you'd probably get scolded by anyone who's a cricket fan. But if you see the current form of Australia team, it's not so great because they've lost 7 out of the 10 T20s they have played very recently. But the reason why I still included Australia in the top teams is that Australia has won 5 World Cups. It's not in T20, but still they have the experience of playing in big ICC tournaments, and along with it, there were many big players are coming back into the team. The matches which they lost, the 7 out of the 10 matches, not every player were in their team. Very big names like Smith. So one of the major reasons I took this particular team as top team because the key players are going to be coming here. And Australia has arguably one of the best batting pairs after India. That is, it has Finch and Warner. Both are very, very explosive. With the return of Steve Smith, it's going to be very interesting how Australia is going to plan out to win this particular tournament. While Steve Smith takes up the third spot, Mitchell Marsh comes at 4, who is in the form of his life at this particular tournament and is a player to watch out for in Australia. For Australia. Then comes the explosive batsman at the 5th. It's Glenn Maxwell. Many people underestimate Glenn Maxwell seeing IPL, but when he's wearing this Australian jersey, you just have to raise your face and look where the ball is going to fly out of the park. So one of the main reasons why they lost 7 out of the 10 T20s was that because they lacked the firepower at the end, which this time I do believe Marcus Stoinis, the big unit, is going to bring that strong firepower to them. Even wicketkeeper Jaws also managed to impress, but he's still a debutant, so not much information about him. Their pace attack will be led by Stark and Cummins, who are very strong pace attack bowlers, but UAE is not pace friendly wickets. So basically, the spinners are going to win you more matches than the pacers. So keeping this in mind, the spin duo Agar and Zampa should have the main intention of taking wickets at the earliest of possible in the games. Next big team which comes is none other than Team India. So many people can question why are you putting Team India in the third spot. I'm not coming in any order. I'm just listing out the good teams, good top four teams. Team India. One of the major concerns for Team India is not they lack quality bowlers or quality batsmen or nothing like that, but it has a very huge bench strength. It becomes almost impossible to select the best playing 11. If you select this player, there's a large amount of crowd which is questioning you. Why didn't you select that player who's way better than this? If you select that one, the same is vice versa. So it becomes very difficult to select the playing 11. But India is a very good, solid team and is a very capable of winning this championship. There's no doubt Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul will be opening the batting. It doesn't matter if they score 0, 50, 40, 20, doesn't matter because I don't think so there's any backup opener. If something happens, only Virat Kohli should take the opening. So because Shikhar Dhawan is excluded, Shikhar Dhawan is not basically in the team. So this indicate that these two are the opening pairs. There's no doubt about it. Virat Kohli at number 3, you don't have to talk about him. Talking about him is just waste of time. That one guy is enough to change the entire game. There's no reason praising him. Surya Kumar Yadav, we have seen him explosive debut and is not so experienced in international cricket, but you can never underestimate him. He has proven that too. Next in the 5th place is Rishabh Pant, explosive batsman, again should be consistent. And 6th and 7th places would be taken by Hardik Pandya and Jadeja. I don't know how Hardik Pandya is going to go and play. I don't think so. He's in good form according to me. I don't know. He can go big because IPL will happen just before the World Cup, so he'll get a good amount of practice, I do believe. But he has to show his power in order for India to win this particular championship. So again, the pace attack will be led by Jasprit Bumrah and Bhuvneshwar Kumar. And the spin attack, which is very important in UAE, will be led by Ravichandra Ashwin, an experienced player. So this is one of the best picks if you ask me, because Ravichandra Ashwin has enormous experience, that too in this kind of big championship, and I do believe he'll add great value to the team. Next big team is New Zealand. New Zealand is a team which people usually underestimate or don't take into consideration. But only later they realize that this team is one of the top teams. They have almost covered all of the bases. Again, openers will be Guptill and Seifert, Williamson next. Then Devon Conway, Phillipson Neesham in the 5th and 6th place respectively. Santner will play the 7th as a bowling all-rounder. And then again, their pace attack will be led by Boult and Ferguson. And the spin will be led by Asal and Sodhi. Have experienced bowling in the middle or overs. So New Zealand too will be added as a top team. So please keep in mind that this is a T20 format. There's not a ODI or Test format where you can predict so easily. This kind of T20 formats, you can't really predict who's going to be in the top 4 or who's going to be the winner, because small differences can change the entire course of the game. And you never know, the team which you underestimated and thought this team is not going to be doing anything will be the team which is going to be winning. And again, the big match in this tournament will obviously be India versus Pakistan. And here again, Pakistan has no pressure. It's a very new team. They have changed many players. And it basically doesn't have pressure. They haven't done so well in these kind of tournaments. I think they have came finals in the first edition of this tournament. But the pressure would definitely be on India, because Pakistan has nothing to lose. They have a debutant side, the new young guys, and it's going to be very challenging for India. But India is a very solid team and a tournament winning team. Basically, they just need to execute their plans. That's it. And that's it for this video, and meet you in the next video, guys. And until then, this is Ganesh KS signing off.